planning process. Okay. What we had in the beginning is EEC celebrating 25th anniversary, and then there was event. We looked at it as 3 months from now we want to celebrate, and with that, Shankar sir, with the first step, what we call as a victory, took you through victory. In victory, it was a guided meditation and guided visioning exercise. Then you jot down whatever comes to your mind as these are the things that you have already seen happening as a part of we have achieved our vision. Though at that moment it is still a vision. Okay. Then we looked at it as a second step, current reality, what it is. So what are some of the strengths, what are some of the weaknesses, what are some of the benefits, what are some of the dangers if we achieve the whole vision and if it happens. So yes, there could be dangers, there may not be dangers, there could only be benefits and some weaknesses to come over. So this is the second step. Third step is where Shankar sir took you through commitment. If this is the vision and this is our current reality, to transfer this vision into reality, considering current reality, what are the commitments you are willing to make? And then we came up with some commitments. This is where Shankar sir spent good amount of time asking. In reality also, it could be some amount of time. Because we are committing to something. And then the key actions workshop. This is the methodology is consensus workshop method. But then, unlike in regular consensus workshop method, we ask you to, if we have to transfer this vision, considering our current reality and the commitments that we made, what actions will take us closer to reality? So these are the action steps that we came up with. And when they started coming, so 2 actions which are impactful, 2 actions which are different and not directly related. And instead of clustering and naming them, we came up with the arenas or action arena. So these are the action arenas that we came up with. About 4, 5, sometimes more, depending on the size of project, depending on how we are doing things. And then came the whole calendar event. Before calendar, there was calendar event. In calendar event, there were some critical steps. Okay, the step number 1 is you have to assign as a method these action arenas should be assigned to some task teams. Now, task teams are human being. Action arenas are the places where you are going to do the work, and task teams are the human beings. So human beings are allocated to various action arenas, and then they created their calendar. The calendar is basically a coordination. In calendar, the people came up with, so they chose action arena, they were given action arena, then the victory first, then the launch event. So victory first again. The difference in that victory and this victory is usually here we imagine, and that's why Shankar sir had come up with the most impactful, the circle, the star one, and the circle one, the ones that are critical. This is where you start looking at them as already happened, and how does my victory look like? Some of those cards could come there, or if you have a different version, that you can do. From victory, and then, so what is the first event, or first launch, or the event launch? What is the first event which you are doing? Event launch is necessary for the simple reason that you start. For a big mountain to climb, there is always a first step. And by taking that first step, it's also kind of reinforcing commitment that you have. So that's where the launch event came. And then whatever actions and all those things that you really wanted to work on, you allocated them month by month. Now, once it is done, there was a column called budget, because all of this can still be just a figment of imagination. unless you add a reality tinge. And reality tinge is how much is going to cost us, what kind of budget we are looking. Okay, and after budgeting, each team which is holding couple of action arenas came, the task force came and presented their situation. And as per Shankar sir, it is as per method. It is usually not fair to ask questions and debate here, but give suggestions, and then there will be a core team which will have a coordinators from each task force, and they will have a meeting where they would share their needs and offers and how are we taking, what are we doing, new things coming up that get added, some things become irrelevant, oh no, we don't want to do it, can be removed, and that's possible. So this is the overall action planning method for you. It is known as 8-step ICA, 8 steps action plan. 8 steps.
It's in your
That's that.
book. Everything detailed, very detailed.
Ah.